Hi guys, thanks for joining me today. My name is Martyna and I wanted to share with you a flip through of the first junk journal that I've ever made. I made this journal for myself and it's all been one big experiment for me, but I really enjoyed the process, and I'm definitely going to be making more journals. So this is a hardcover journal. It measures approximately 21 centimeters by 15, so it's roughly an A5 size. It's hardcover. I use and repurposed an old book, and I just made the spine myself from some cardstock. So for the front here, I used paper by Maggie Holmes, and I just made this little window with book corners, try to distress it, make it look old and such. The spine is covered with lace. I dyed this lace myself so that it kind of fits the color on the front. And here I have some charms inspired by Johanna Klo. So I have charms, beads, some buttons, and the spine is just plain. This is a hand painted cover. I also use some Inca gold for gilding and distressing. So let's see inside. It has 5 signatures and over 250 pages front and back, so it's quite a big journal. So inside I have this cool paper that is kind of gold foiled, and this here is a pocket that I've sewn. This is a vintage doily. All of my signatures start and end with pages from the same book. This is actually the book that I used the cover of. And a lot of pages have been tea stained. I have some decoupage work, punched corners of borders. This is a tag spot here. Some collage with a scrapbook page, a sticker and cheesecloth, and to add some decoration. This is Tim Holtz paper. I have music paper. This one says Roses from the South, which I thought was quite fitting. I've sewn a vintage handkerchief here as part of the signature, just to add some texture. Book pages with lace trim. This is a very old book that teaches you how to play piano, so I thought it was really cool. This is a repurposed CD case. I tea stained it and it's stuck here as a window pocket. It's stuck on the other side with this washi tape. So I have more book pages and decoupage. This is, I think, a printable from the old design shop, and I just printed it on both sides on tea stained paper. Printed vellum. Some scrap piece of paper sewn here as some decoration. A lot of sewing in this journal. This is Maggie Holmes paper, again from the Flourish collection, and this is the middle of the signature with 2 tag spots here, lace, some sewing. Again, this is a tag spot here, some stenciling, a tag spot on the other side as well. This is a paper bag that I collaged on, and inside I just have a vintage looking postcard for some added journaling space. More book pages, some washi tape sample, Tim Holtz, more collage. My signatures are sewn to a very sturdy type of paper. This is a hidden stitched binding, and I just, because it was like a not very pretty brown color. I didn't like it, it didn't fit. I just glued a piece of Maggie Holmes on it, and so this is what you see here between the signatures. So the second signature, some more decoupage, more punched corners. This, I don't know if you can see it, but this is a tea stained paper with some cool patterns. This is a transfer that I got from air drying my papers on a like a tablecloth with this pattern. Maggie Holmes. This here is a pocket made out of printed vellum. Some more book pages, washi tape, lace, a very old cool piece of vellum that has some embossing on it. Ledger paper. This is a printable, more collage, gorgeous book page, some fabric tabs here and there, more sewing. And this is a pocket made out of Edith Holden text page, some collaging here, and I just stuck a journaling card inside. This is just a decoration, it flips out. In the middle here is this very pretty bird book page, a vintage one, some more collaging, book pages, border punching. I love different sizes and heights of those papers. This is a scrap piece of paper I had. This is Tim Holt, and I just border punched it and glued it here. Okay. Here I just have a little tip-in. This is stuck with washi tape, and then I've sewn it with my machine to add a little bit of like to secure it most and more. And this is a color plate from an old bird book, so I have the whole space here for journaling. Maggie Holmes. This is a paper by Kaisercraft. And the third signature, a very old book page from 1890s, I believe, and I just reinforced it with washi tape before I've sewn it. This here is just a tack spot made out of a book page. More washi tape, more different papers. This is a pocket here. I can fit a journaling card inside or a photo, and just some decoupage in at the back. Some more fabric. This is handmade paper, and it has cool like fibers and petals in it. Very old book page. This one is French, and it has gorgeous coloring, natural aging. This here is again a tack spot with some collage. The middle of the signature here is a old children's book page with a pretty illustration. This here is a belly band that is made from the same paper I used for the cover, and I just done some stenciling with Inca Gold, so it's a little bit shiny. Some more sewing, more book pages, the other side of the handmade paper. Again, this is a book page pocket here with some lace, and inside I just have this book page kind of journaling card that I just sewn around and stuck some fabric and lace. Maggie Holmes paper, and this is the end of the signature. Last but one signature, more decoupage, more border punching, some washi tape strips. This here is a belly band from a brown lace, and in here I just have this little journaling booklet thing. I've stuck two book pages together and glued them on some tea stain paper. More bird book pages with some collaging on the back so I can journal here. More Maggie Holmes and just a strip of tea stain paper sewn here for some decoration. More vintage book pages. This one has a lot of markings and notes on the margins, which I think is so cool. It's all in Latin. More Tim Holtz, a ledger paper printed on vellum. More collaging. Book pages, notebook pages. A gorgeous rose image in the middle. Stunning florals. Again, a belly band from the same paper that I used for the inside covers. Vellum, Tim Holtz. One more pocket from Edith Holden paper with some journaling card inside and some collaging. It's sewn directly onto the page. This is gorgeous paper by Maggie Holmes. Again, some more collaging on a textbook page so I can journal here. This is a little tab and a tag spot. And last signature, again, decoupage, some ledger paper printable that I printed on tea stain paper, old music book, some decoupage from scraps of napkins that I had left from some other projects. So a lot of florals, I guess, some birds too. This is a pocket here that I've sewn. This is tea stain vellum and vellum, an image printed in vellum. More book pages. Some washi tape collage, and the middle here is this stunning illustration by Edith Holden. One more altered CD case that serves as a window pocket with some decoupage work. This is pretty. An image printed in vellum, the other side of the vellum pocket, and here is a journaling card that I made from some packaging, sticker packaging that I had. I've sewn around this one edge, added some tabs here, and I backed it with tea stained paper. More handmade paper, more lace, music paper, and we are at the end. So at the end here I have this lace that I've sewn on here, and it's just another pocket that I can stack something in here. Okay, this paper is so cool. Okay, so this is my journal. Like I said, this was the first one I made. I've learned so much in the process, and I loved it so much that I'm actually already working on more journals that I will be sharing here very soon. So I hope you like it, and I hope you have a great day. Bye bye.